So in this video, we will cover this time node, how this time node works and how we can use it in different cases. So it's a number that keep increasing and you can use this node from here or you can type here time. Okay. So if I use a debug and I'll show you, this is just a number that keep increasing. Okay. And if I connect it to emissive, save. So if I take a planar and apply it. So here you can see this is just a number. So it has just two options. One is ignore pause, second is period. So first this ignore pause. So if I see here, it is increasing number and I'm playing, it is increasing. I'm pausing, it's paused. I'm playing again, it started from the same value, pause, play. So we can pause and play this value. But if you click on that, ignore pause. So obviously this will ignore the pause. So now if I play and stop, it's still increasing. Play, stop, play, stop. Doesn't matter what you are playing or stopping, it's just keep increasing. So this option is for that. Then this is the second thing. So it will just start and then it will keep increasing. It will just keep increasing to like infinite number. So if you want to limit the number, so like it should go from 0 to 10, then again 0 to 10. So you can use this period. So like if I have this here 1, so let it compile, it will go to 1, then again 0. So if I make it 10, you will see now. So it's going to 1, 2, 3, and it will go till 10, then again it will be 0 and it will start from the 0. So this is very useful in some cases. I'll show you how. So let's say you have a radial exponent and you have a very small radius, maybe 0.1, and a very high density, maybe 10 to make it sharp. And then you have the center. So if I take the vector 2, 0.5 means center. Okay, and if you make it 0, it will be here, and 1, it will be down here. Okay, so like if I take the append and connect it here, and in the x I want 0.5, and if I connect this one here, it will be center. So in the y I will use this time, and we know it goes from 0 to 1. So if I make it 1 and connect it here, this will keep looping. So it will come from here to here, then again it will go there because of the value will repeat. If I decrease it like 0.5, it will come here to the center, then again it will go back to the 0. Okay, if you will not use, this will just go down and it will never come again because this will keep increasing the value. Okay, and you can also use in different things, like if you have a texture and you have a anything, like you have this noise, and this noise, if I preview, is panning. Okay, like in any axis, like in y, so it's panning. Now you want this panning control in the particles or anywhere or instance. So what you can do, like you have the texture coordinate after that and you connect it here. So if I save, and I'll make an instance of this, and this is the panning speed I have, but I cannot control that speed. So here the time comes because this pan has this time. So what you can do, you can multiply this time with like a parameter. This is my time, connect it here, save. So now here it is not moving because the default value is 0. If you make it 1, this will be default value, and you can increase it like 10 or 0.1 or 100. Okay, so this is how you can use this. And instead of this, you can take a dynamic parameter, and then per particle you can randomize the time pan speed. Okay, so this is how this time use. And you can also like do one thing, like if you have a texture, maybe noise, and you add a value in it, maybe time. So it will make it brighter. So what you can do, you can take the sine here. So now you will have this effect. Because sine is what is doing, it's making that again 0 to 1. So this is the time that can be used in lots of different ways. Okay, so it has just two options that we have cleared. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Keep learning. Bye.